Alright, hello everybody. We are here, training range. We're going to take a look at Kiriko, the newest hero in Overwatch. And we're going to take a look at her abilities and all of her kit and whatnot. And it's going to be a good time. So let's jump in and let's take a look at her. So here we go.
I'll find my own path.
Here she is. Here is Kiriko, the newest hero in the game, a support hero. Very nice. So, obviously we know about a lot of her abilities. We've had information on them and we've seen them in a number of different places, but she does have a lot of cool things she can do. So, of course, as a character from Japan, seemingly all Japanese people in the Overwatch universe can climb walls. Kiriko is no different. She also has the means to climb walls. So, she doesn't have any double jump or anything like that. She can't leap or do what Genji can do, but she can climb walls just like Genji and Hanzo can. But let's talk about the meat and potatoes of Kiriko and what she can do. So, her primary fire is her healing Ofuda, which heals 13 per talisman and 26 per burst. Has a 35 meter range for locking on. And there's 10 of them total that you can use, and there's 2 per burst. So each one heals 13, total heals 26. We can go over here and we can show how it works. So this one's hurt, and I can hand it.
Draw strength from nature.
Right, and I can heal both of them in that way. Pretty cool. And her right click, her secondary fire, is her kunai, which of course has 3 times damage for critical hit damage, which is different from any other weapon. Most weapons have 2 times damage or something like that. I don't remember exactly how it works. But it is 40 damage base if you hit him in the body, so down here, and 120 damage on the head. So 3 times as much damage. She can fire 1 shot per 0.55 seconds, 12 of them total ammo, and of course the headshot. She has her Swift Step ability, which she can use to teleport to allies. And you can use it through walls, so we have some allies over here who's hurt. Oh no, we're going to shift whoop, and heal. And then we can kill, heal.
And what did we learn?
Heal, get some kills here, you know, protect our teammates, all that jazz. So pretty cool.
Under my protection.
She can do. She cannot jump to enemies, but she can jump to allies. So we have an ally up here. We can go up here. Look at that. Wow, that's impressive. That is a very impressive teleport there. Her next ability is her E ability, which is her protection Suzu ability. Upon impact, allies in the area become briefly invulnerable and are cleansed of most negative effects. It lasts 0.75 seconds, heals 50, and has a 14-second cooldown. So it does not last very long. Definitely going to be more effective for stopping people from dying from ults than anything else. But you can see very much something that you have to time well. You time it too early or too late, your team's going to be done. Especially, obviously, too late has always been the case. But if you don't get it in early enough, so well, this guy hurt. And then heal and save, and then get the kill there. Boom, boom, boom. So that's pretty nice. Pretty nice ability she has there. And then her final main ability, of course, is her ultimate ability, which is Kitsune Rush, which she can use, and it will give her a speed boost, as well as allies. Creates a little gate, and you can just follow it, and you have a speed boost for as long as it lasts. And it's just in the area of the gates, so if you're not in this area, you will lose your speed boost. It doesn't hold on if you are not in the area.
Cool.
If you're wondering, I'm firing these by holding the right click down, so that shows you how long it takes in between shots to actually fire them. So, it's a decent wind-up. It takes a bit to fire these shots. It's not an instant shot when you hold it down. It does take a little bit of time to get out. So Kiriko, relatively speaking, very interesting hero, very cool hero, lots of things she can do. Provides speed boost, which is a huge thing she can do, and the ability to teleport to teammates from pretty far away is a really, really good ability. Allows her to protect her teammates from pretty long range, which is a very nice thing. You know, she doesn't have to necessarily always be right on top of her teammates. You know, she can play safely and then kind of
My gift to you.
dart in, protection Suzu, big ults, and save teammates.
Double.
And then she can initiate offensively by using her Kitsune Rush. So we can Kitsune Rush right into Tracer here.
Let the Kitsune guide you.
And her damage, she also fires faster with this. Ooh, I'm missing all these shots. You can see, fires faster, she can climb walls, of course.
Hey.
So, very interesting. I like her kit quite a bit.
Feels like sunlight, huh?
Definitely a more fun hero than some of the other heroes that have been in the game already. Definitely one that I think your more damage-focused support players will really like. I don't think anything seems too overpowered, but of course this is just the training range, so who knows exactly. What I will do though, I'll get in the game, play some as her, and I'll let you guys know my thoughts after having played some of Kiriko, so we will jump to that gameplay now. Well, tonight has certainly been an ordeal. Yeah. Kiriko, impressions from playing her. Obviously, you all probably know how much of a fiasco it has been trying to play the game for a bit. There's been a lot of issues with actually playing the game. So this gameplay you're watching right now is my first game as Kiriko. I have played numerous games since this one, but this is the gameplay that you're watching is my first game as her. I know it's a little laggy. My game was running into issues in the recording, but it's not the worst gameplay. Bear with me for this once at least, just to get through this one. But Kiriko, my first impressions of her. I've played several games as her at this point in time, and I feel like she's a relatively fun and interesting hero. I think that her healing output is somewhat low. It's not the amount that I would have expected it to be. I feel like it's lower than what it seems like it should be. I feel like every time I play as her, even when I feel like I'm doing a lot, my healing numbers are pretty low. Now, I think that's probably somewhat intentional because her damage potential is very, very high, and her, E ability is very obviously strong, and you can defend your teammates very well with that. It's got a lot of power, and I think the idea really is she's very much a kind of heal when she can, and then use her shift ability teleport, see people, heal them, save them with the E, whatever, and then that's kind of her utility, and her ability to do damage is kind of an added bonus with a right click. So it feels like it's a little low. I could see them tweaking the numbers a little bit. I'm whiffing so many of these shots. This was a rough game for me. It was my first game as her. All right, cut me a little bit of slack. It was not the best game of all time on Kiriko, but I think in general she's a fun hero, and I think she does have a lot of really cool utility. I think she has a lot of really cool things she can do, and I think she's one of the more exciting heroes that has been added into the game. Now, I am typically a support player. In Overwatch 1, support was kind of my main role. I've played a bit of tank as well, and I really think tank in Overwatch 2 is the most fun role. It's probably my favorite role to play in Overwatch 2. I have not been a huge support fan in Overwatch 2, despite the fact that support is my role of choice in Overwatch 1. I just haven't felt as though support in this game has felt as interesting. And honestly, of the three new heroes, Kiriko might be my least favorite. The problem at this point is that the amount of time I've had to actually play as Kiriko compared to what I've had with Junker Queen and Sojourn is just very different. Obviously, Sojourn, we had 2 whole betas with her. Junker Queen, we had a beta with her. So, Kiriko's the only hero in the Overwatch 2 launch who is 100% brand new. Never been played, in a beta or anything like that. So it could just be I need more time with her. But she didn't give me the same feeling of satisfaction that I got when I first started playing Sojourn, when I first started playing Junker Queen, where I feel like Those are heroes that are really, really fun. They have a lot of fun things they can do. I think there is a lot of stuff I need to do to kind of improve as Kiriko. There is a bit of a learning curve with Kiriko that I think will definitely make the hero more entertaining and more enjoyable as you play as her. But I think that she has a lot of really cool utility and a lot of cool use. I'm curious to see how she's used in pro play and kind of how she interacts with other supports. I get the feeling she's a flex support. I don't think her healing output is good enough to be in main support comps. Oh, there's my nice little whiff on the thing that you just saw there a little bit ago. God, that was such a disappointing play because it was so close. But I definitely think she's a flex support. I don't think her healing output's high enough for her to be like a main support. I think she pairs pretty well with Lucio. They can both pair speed. She does pair pretty well with Zen if you want to go double flex support compositions, because when she has her ult up and you can damage boost Zen and have her Zen can damage boost by putting orb on people, and then can basically machine gun fire because you have increased ability speed when you have Kiriko's ult up. So I think she has a lot of cool utility. I think she'll interact well with a lot of other heroes. I'm curious to see kind of how she's used in the pro level. I think at this point, I don't know how good she is in comparison to some of your other flex supports. Her E ability is definitely good. It's not the greatest. Like it has pretty good utility, but it isn't perfect. It's not an ability that I think is going to really be overpowered or anything like that. It doesn't feel oppressive. I know that was a big comment a lot of people had, is that it feels very oppressive. Obviously, I've played against a bunch of Kirikos as well as playing as her, and I never felt like it was too strong or too overpowered or super oppressive. I think Immortality Field is a way more oppressive, a way harder ability to play around than this one is. This one definitely feels satisfying when you land it. It has its value. It does things well. I tend to use it more just to kind of cleanse things like Bionades or stuns, whatever. Like that's usually what I use it for, like a hack. I think that's the best way to use it, honestly. I think that's kind of the way that most players are probably going to use it from here on out, because I think that's honestly the best way to use the ability, just for that. But overall, I think she's a fun hero. I think she does have a lot of cool things she can do, and I think that she's going to be a really nice addition. I'm really excited to see some of the pros get their hands on her in matches. I'm excited to see Shu play as her, Violet and Finn. I think that it'll be awesome to see what Iris does with this hero. I think it'll be really cool to see what Izayaki does. Like, I think it will be a flex support hero. I don't know if she'll be meta, like Junker Queen was, like Sojourn was. Like, she doesn't seem super overpowered that I think that's a guarantee, but she definitely seems strong enough that I think she has a very real possibility of being meta, at least, in some capacity, but only time will tell. She does play pretty well against Junker Queen because she can cleanse the Rampage, as you saw a little bit ago. That is another good use for it. So that's what I think that E ability is best for, is for cleansing ults like, or the antis like Rampage or the Anna's Bionade. I think those are really the best things it does. And if you can survive a hack, cleansing hacks as well, that's really what I like that ability for. But yeah, overall, I think she's pretty cool, but I think she is probably my least favorite of the three heroes we have in this first Overwatch 2 season. I'm excited to see what we have coming forward with our next hero in Season 2, which is a tank. But for now, we're going to keep on trucking with what we got here. I'm pretty happy so far with this current season of Overwatch 2. And the first season is pretty good. I'll have more videos on it going forward. I'll have some videos kind of going over some of my thoughts on the season and whatnot. But for now, that's going to be it for today. Hope you all enjoyed watching. If you did, consider liking and subscribing for more content like this in the future. Let me know your thoughts on Kiriko and anything related to Overwatch 2 in the comments down below. But that is all for me for today. Thank you all so much for watching. And until next time, bye-bye.